Hey, I played Trails of Cold Steel 3 the other day, and I just finished it as of recording it a few days ago. Wanted to put my thoughts on it in video form just because I can, just because I feel like it. This is my first time ever doing anything like this, so be easy on me, alright? I also haven't even opened up Cold Steel 4, so no spoilers on that, please. And for the record, in case anyone doesn't know, Cold Steel 3 is the 8th game in this series. I won't be going into spoilers, but just a heads up, if you haven't played this series before, this game is not the game to go into it with. This video isn't about that though. So since most of my friends have not played this series before, and they're probably going to be the ones who are watching this, I'm going to go into a very quick, brief explanation of this series combat. On the left hand side, there's a turn order, and sometimes there will be turn bonuses like critical hits, healing, damage buffs, things of that nature. It also shows the turn order, obviously. And characters can use both arts and crafts. Arts, which are your magic, basically. And it's decided by what quartz you have equipped, which basically are these things that you put in your little device that give you passive buffs, plus 10% evasion, or plus 40 attack, plus 15 speed, things of that nature, right? Or they can give you specific magic to cast, like Flare Butterfly, for example. That's one of the fire ones. There's also Master Quartz, which can decide two things. They give you major passive buffs, like gaining magic points back, every time you cast a magic spell, for example. That's just one of them. And they also give you a set amount of spells that you can always cast if you have that Master Quartz equipped without needing specific quartz for that spell. And then there are crafts, which are character specific skills that cost craft points, and when you have 100 of them, you can use your S craft, which can be used to interrupt the turn order, which is pretty cool. You can also unbalance enemies in Cold Steel by hitting their weaknesses, and then get a follow-up attack called a link attack, and you get bravery points for doing that, and you can spend those bravery points on even stronger link attacks with other characters. As for how I feel about combat as a whole, I'm gonna be honest, I played on the second hardest difficulty, which is hard, for most of the game up until around the end of chapter 4, and it was pretty easy. Not unfun, at least until the end, really, but it was easy. I should note that I still had fun for most of the game, but I was just tired by the end of it, because it was so easy, it wasn't challenging me in many new ways, it was just taking a while. That's why I changed the difficulty at the end. There are also some new things added to Cold Steel 3. Brave Orders, which use those bravery points I talked about just a moment ago. Instead of casting them out on a stronger attack, you can cast them out on passive buffs that last a certain amount of turns. Magic casts instantly instead of taking 2 turns to cast. 50% critical rate, a 10% damage buff, things of that nature. And it's really cool that you can actually use bravery points for something other than a basic damage upgrade. And I think that's a really fun idea that they added. They also added a break meter in this game, which is such a natural addition that I'm gonna be honest, in my original draft of my notes, it wasn't there until yesterday, as of recording this. And it's pretty cool that it's there. But this series isn't really known for its combat. Not to say that it's bad, but it's mainly known for the story. So that's what we're gonna talk about next. Again, no spoilers, but basically, this story, it has really great moments, but as a whole, it doesn't feel whole. You know, like it's definitely like asking Cold Steel 4, the next entry, to pick up a lot of its own slack and stuff like that. And you know, it kind of reminds me of Cold Steel 1 in a lot of ways, where it was like a lot of slow setup, like building up to something that gets revealed at the end of the game, you know, and like that recontextualizes the rest of the game and everything that happened prior after many twists at the end, and then it's just like, all right, play the next game to find out more, you know. And that's not what I was expecting from this game going in. Like, I was expecting something more like building off of what happened at the end of Cold Steel 2, getting more answers to that. Instead, what I got was building up for more questions to be answered in Cold Steel 4 and possibly Reverie. That's not what I was expecting. I'm still like happy with what I got, but it's not what I was expecting. There are things that I definitely would change about this game, since it's not perfect. It's still great, but it's not perfect. Number one being the difficulty. Like, again, I don't mind that it's easy, but like, I would rebalance the combat or the enemy encounters if I could, rather. Like, I understand that there are a lot of brand new options to balance around, including like the Brave Orders, which inherently make the game a lot easier since bravery points are not that hard to get. But the fact that I was playing suboptimally and like I'm still saying this game is kind of easy is like saying a lot, because like I'm not good at these games. You know, I never was and probably never will be. If there was anything that I tell you to like buy this game for, though, it's definitely like the characters. Definitely the characters. I didn't think I would like the new cast at all when I first got this game, or even like before I got the game, really. And they really blew my mind, especially two in particular, Yuna and Ash. I won't go into detail since it's mainly spoilers on how they changed my mind, but one of my favorite little details is that if you finish a battle with a link attack, like obviously like the two characters have like a combo victory quote, but the thing is, those victory quotes change over the course of the game. And that's a really nice way of like showing how characters change. And like, I know like this series isn't like known for like its insane character work, like insane characters, like not insane in a bad way, but like insanely good character writing. But like this game really knocks the characters out of the park. Like, I think it's the best they've been since, I think, Zero and Azure. Like, not as good as those two games, but like the best they have been since those two games, you know. That's about all I have to say on this game, really, without like going into spoilers. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, since like I know my friends who are going to be watching this haven't played these games, and I don't want to spoil them. I don't want to rob them of the experience. So if you are a Trails fan and you just finished Cold Steel 2, highly recommend you play Cold Steel 3. Highly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.